Today we're going to show the banking module in Interprise Suite. Okay, so we're going to log in with Admin UK and we're going to use the demo corporation and basically use the local area network as a connection. Okay, so let's go to the banking module. Okay, so banking is very simple. Obviously, in the customer module, you can do receipts and void receipts and customer refunds, and in supply, you can do supplier payments and void payments and supplier refunds. Banking is really meant for, I don't know, bank paying out wages, standing orders, direct debits, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's look at an actual bank account. Okay, so we've got numerous ones set up here. So we've got sterling ones, euro ones, US dollar ones. Okay, so let's look at the normal bank account. Okay, so within the bank account, we've got a description, a type. We link it to an actual nominal code. Okay, so the bank accounts themselves are separate from the actual nominal code. So the nominal code, the general ledger, is always in base currency. So this means that you can have a dollar bank account that's in dollars and all the transactions are in dollars, but effectively the nominal is always in the sterling equivalent or the base currency equivalent. Okay, so we have a balance on this particular bank. We've got an overdraft facility. Okay, and then we've got available funds. We can also see the last time we reconciled this bank and what balance we had and what date and what the last check number was. So you can see here that we've got a list of receipts, supplier payments, supplier refunds, void checks or whatever. We've got the reference 1 and reference 2. And on any transaction, you can double click and obviously with the hyperlink drill down to see the original payment details. Okay. If you go to the bank detail, you can actually see all the bank accounts that are actually linked to this bank. So here's this one's actually in euros. So if I double click on that one, you can see that all the transactions are actually in euros. Okay. Let's do a bank payment. Okay, so the menu sectioned up into new and find, exactly the same as the other modules. You've also got your workflow dashboard. So you can actually kind of go into a bank account or find a bank account using the workflow dashboard. You've also got reports and you've also got your business intelligence as you have in the other modules. So let's do a bank payment. Example bank payment, pick your bank. Okay, so there's our bank account. So what it's asking for is the check number or the payment reference. Who's it for? Okay, well let's put it example wages or something, and £1,000. And this is our nominal analysis down here, so we can actually say what it's actually for. So if I pick on wages, I know it begins with 70 something, so I can see gross wages. And if it was taxable, then I could also enter a tax code and it would reverse the tax back. So that's it. That's a bank payment. Bank receipts are exactly the same. It's obviously warning me now that I'm over my overdraft limit, so it's but it's saying obviously I can continue. Okay, the only other area of the kind of it'll do petty cash payments as well as obviously bank pay, exactly the same. The main other thing in banking is bank reconciliation. Okay, so let's pick on this particular bank account we've already had. What happens here is it's sectioned out into the last time we reconcile this bank and the last statement balance. So when you get your bank statement, you'll have a balance on the top, and that should be the balance there. This is obviously the next bank statement balance at the bottom. Okay, so there's the statement date, and here's the amount that should be at the bottom of the bank statement when we actually finish reconciling this. So if I just highlight a few transactions like 1,000 there and there, a payment. So if I go negative 160, okay, so what I'm predicting is the end of my bank statement will be negative 160. These are all the unreconciled payments, and these are all the unreconciled deposits. So they all add up to £4,060.19. Okay, so I've got a difference at the moment of 160, so I cannot reconcile this until I actually do it. I can use my zoom button to make this bigger so I can see it in more detail. I can add a payment here and now. I can create a receipt here and now, for say bank charges, interest, whatever. But if I highlight this one here and say, right, that one, you can see now the difference is 1160. And if I highlight that £1,000 going in, you can now see the difference is the 160. There's no difference, but the reconcile this time is the 160. So now it'll let me reconcile because I've reconciled back to the end balance on the statement. It's as simple as that. So it reconciles it, saves it. I can see my reconciliation history because it saves it. So if I open this up, I can see that on that bank rec I reconcile those two transactions. If I try and reconcile the same bank account again, then you can see that it'll start with the 160 because that should be the start of the next statement balance. Very, very simple, very easy. The way bank rec should really be. Okay, and from a bank rec point of view, that's really it. Not much to it. Thanks very much.